So do you see the ischial tuberosity is right under here? Go ahead and clip it on. Do you see that in this picture? I'm on 328. Do you see the bone? That's your ischial tuberosity. When you reach back and you push in on your bottom, that's the bone you sit on. I don't have a bottom, so I sit on this bone all the time. Okay? So that's the bone, and then here's the other bone. Between this bone and this bone is your sciatica nerve. Okay? And you can see it. I want you to understand. There's, because when you have someone on a table, you had better know where the nerve is. Okay? There's the ischial tuberosity. I have my finger on it. You all see that? And then you see the trochanter. This is your femoris bone. Okay? And there's the ischial tuberosity. There's no, and you can see it better on the picture below. Ischial tuberosity. You see that picture? That's the bone you sit on. And then you can see the femur right there. And that goes, here's your piriformis. It goes under that and it comes right down between that bone and this leg bone. Okay? So when you're working on someone, you had better know where it is. And then it gives you the quadratus formis. Okay, look at picture 341. Okay, 341, it's called the sciatic nerve. Do a lot of people have trouble with the sciatic nerve? You bet. I run into it all the time in Thailand. I've heard a dozen people here have it, and they say they have pain. Okay, 341 at the top, it says sciatic nerve. Okay? So the sciatic nerve is very painful, and it starts in through here, it goes right into your vertebrae here, down through here, and then it comes over. It goes on both sides, but usually it's on the right side that I get most people having trouble. And now you see someone who's lying down on their side, and you can see the bone, and then you can see, oh, there's ischial tuberosity down there. You see that? There's the name, ischial tuberosity. Okay? And you see where the nerve goes. So now remember, this is not sex immorality garbage, okay? This is not junk. This is real stuff. And if you have someone who has a terrible pain and you ask them, does it start here? Yes, and it goes down the back of my leg. You're talking sciatica. Sciatica, it's the sciatic nerve, but the condition is called sciatica. Is that what you call it? Yeah. When the nerve is inflamed. The nerve is inflamed. That's a good word. So you can read about this here, and just so that you know what we're going to do today, when the fellow who's down is down, and when he's down, what is the name he's facing? Because this is going to, I have tests already made for all the massage that you're all going to be taking. Oh, they're really good tests. So I have all these tests already made up for you. Aren't you happy? Yeah. And so when the guy is down, you're going to, just so that you know, he's down, he's got his glutamus maximus here. You take your hand and you follow down the center of his back. You don't go down to the anus. That is immoral. That is illegal. In America, I can have my license taken away, thrown in jail, pay a fine, the whole 9 yards. But you put your hand in and you go just far enough to see a little indentation. Maybe an inch, maybe 2 inches. The anus is farther down, okay? You do that so that you can find the side of the glute and the center of the body. And now you know that if you have a center here and the side of the hip, the sciatica goes right down the middle. That's easy. So I want you to know, how do you find it? You've got to find it. You have to know where the nerve is. And it's big and fat. I mean, I don't remember if it's as big as the other lymph, but it's really big, isn't it? Yeah. Does it say Does it say it's 3/4 of an inch anywhere here? It says it runs between the ischial tuberosity, I'm reading here under sciatic nerve, and the greater trochanter. So you've been hearing me say that. It runs deep to the piriformis, so it's underneath. And then it compresses or entraps the nerve. So, just so that you know what Rebecca and I'm sorry, James, we haven't talked to you about this ahead of time. But when you're massaging, you have your hand flat on the glutamus maximus. That is the biggest muscle in your body. Underneath is help me out. Glutamus medius, and that's smaller underneath. One goes across and one goes up, and then on the bone is your glutamus minimus, okay? So when you're doing this, you're flat on top, and then where the crack goes down to the anus and where the side is, you go on either side with the bottom of your hand here, okay? This is the palm, and I'm down here by the bottom of the thumb, and down here on my, I always forget. Anyway, you're not digging this bone in, you're using the whole part of the bottom part of your hand. And remember how I do this? Yeah? Some of you have a hard time doing that. That's not this. That's not the same thing. Hold your wrist still and shake it. Okay? Can you do that? Very good. Very good. Yes, very good. Very good. Very good. You hold this still, and it's like jiggling your hand. Very good. Very good. Let me see you do this. Go ahead. Let me see you do it. You're moving it too much. You hold it still. See, my arm is still, and I'm jiggling this. There's a phenomena. Okay, do you know the word phenomena? How would I explain phenomena? Something that happens. It's a little difficult to explain, but it is a reaction, and the body loves that jiggling. It makes the nerve go, ah. You do that, and the nerve goes, ah. It likes it. My teacher taught me how to do this. I didn't dream this up. My massage teacher. I've already told you, people drive all day to come to her. She is so good. So it's not this, okay? See my arm moving? Arm is perfectly still. So you work on this side, and then you come over the nerve, and you work on this side. And remember, if the sciatic, here's the head, here's the body, here's the bottom. You work on this side, okay? We never work on the bottom here, so the fingers can go down in. That is immoral and illegal. I don't want to see any of you even try it, okay? We don't do that. You go around to the other side, because you can, with the bottom of your hand, you can go down into that area, but you can never put your fingers in there. Never. You got that? Never, never. But you can take the bottom of your hand, and you can get farther down here, and you can work. You never go way down, okay? There's a point at which you stop, and Rebecca and James and I will all be watching you. But that's how you do. So you never go right on the nerve. Just remember that. When you're on the nerve, then you're what? Flat. You got it? You're flat. So you're all going to work on that for maybe an hour, maybe 45 minutes, and then we're going to work on sciatica. Then after that, if there's anything we've forgotten, we'll figure it out.
We're working on what for the first hour before we do sciatica?
We're all going to go through all the things that we normally do.
So we're going to review.
This is review. Remember, massage is doing the same thing over and over and over. Have you girls been doing this? Some of you? Not too many of you, huh? No, I don't see, I see your faces going down. No, I got you little smiley balls so it can smile at you. Little yellow smiley balls. 12 times in this hand, 12 times in this hand, that's one set. You do 3 sets. You're supposed to be doing that. You know, it's really good. You can do that while you're memorizing stuff for your test. It's easy to do. Yeah? Okay. So let's get on our tables and... yeah, okay, yeah. So you have your stuff here to get on your table. Sajan, I think you were on the table here last time. If you're not ready, I asked everyone to be ready. Run up and get your stuff. Run, 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 run. Thank you for being ready. Thank you for being ready. I appreciate that. I don't like wasting time. Notice on page 341, though, do notice where the thumb is going down the leg. It's in just a little bit. And so when it goes down, you want to be careful. When you go down the leg, then I'll look at it. Good. Nice job. You've got a diaper on. That's great.
Sir, need mic, sir.
What's that?
Thank you, sir.
So remember, I think, Rebecca, we want to do a diaper so
Yes.
that we can get more going. Everyone's working. So
Yes.
we have someone working on the back and someone working on the legs.
But they haven't seen the back at all yet.
Okay.
So they need to see that first. No.
Okay.
Now she wants me to do the leg procedure once, just for the camera.
Okay.
So I'll do that, and then I will show them the back. Okay. So first of all, at special request of our videographers, we're going to review what we did on the leg yesterday. Just quickly reviewing that. Then we're going to go for the myofascial release on the back. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and put your leg in the drape and review that. So again, we're putting the diaper drape. You want to make sure it's secure. Should be up. Okay. We need a little bit of oil for our drape, so we're going to first warm up the tissue using effleurage. Medium.
Get down here, if this is up here, you can't even reach on 4 and 5. Okay? So what are you massaging? You're massaging 2 and 1, and then you're going through the thorax.
Once you've warmed the tissue, then you're going to start the myofascial release. Review only. How is the pressure?
How is the pressure? Ready?
Okay.
We should have someone working on the legs, Joe. So if you're not working on the legs,
Slowly we have to move.
keep your hand, keep your fingers, that's it, keep your fingers right in there so that you know that this part of the knuckle, it doesn't hit the vertebrae. Don't keep your way up here.
And as you're doing slowly, you'll feel, as you learn how to feel, that the muscles are relaxing as you're doing it.
You're hitting those muscles. Great. So we warm up the leg, good. We warm up the leg. Very good. And we go very slow. Very slow. And don't forget, we asked something on a scale of 1 to 10. So where are we? Don't forget to ask the patient. On a scale of 1 to 10, bottom of the leg. Where are they? 5, 6, 4. Where are they?
So here we want to release the stroke. And we're going to go right next to that, no? Now we can do this with our arm also, as well as with our thumbs. But we want to do on either side of what we just did, no?
Too heavy, okay? So you've got some strong guys here.
Now you are going the side.
Joe, you might be
Not too far away from what we did.
Yeah, exactly next to that. Sometimes when you're doing with the arm, you can't see as much, but it's just next to that. Brother, how is your pain level on a scale of 1 to 10? 5, okay.
very good. That's great. You're doing a good job. Very nice. Great. You got your legs. Notice how he's got his legs like this. He's got a good archer position going sideways instead of this is archer position. Now I get the leg side. Good job. Did you ask the client on a scale of 1 to 10?
And then this side we're going to do also.
That's not a 7, that's an 8. 4, 5, 3.
Can we keep our hands like this?
We can keep our hands like this, but we are a little bit side right now. We can still have them straight out, but we should be to the side because we are working on that side. How is the pain level there, brother? 7. There's a tension, a tight spot there I can feel. So I'm just going to stop there for a moment and let it relax.
Slow. A little bit slower. Don't go down.
You're giving pressure and stopping for a moment.
Just slowing because where there's tension, we should slow down and let that relax.
Maybe this side and middle.
That only we have
And this side also.
That's the challenge.
This side, 3.
Simply we'll be doing.
Take turns. Take turns.
Okay. So we demonstrated this on the calf. Quickly, we're going to just review what we did for the upper leg. So we took the arm, and again, we're doing the same kind of technique. How is the pressure there, brother? I could not hear, sorry? 6 or 7.
You know, when someone was working on my leg, my left leg was fine, and she started working on my right leg, and I said, ow, 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 ow. What's going on? I said, it's too hard. When she said, it's
How is the pressure now? And you can do that again on the inner leg and the outer leg.
very nice. Good.
So once I've finished, again we're going to move the toxins out of the tissue, and then we're going to finish. So now we're going to go back and learn on the back for some time. Okay. So you all get a chance to practice, but I wanted to show you quickly the myofascial release techniques on the back itself. We didn't get that yesterday. We don't do deep tissue without warming the tissue first.
When you have your fingers there, be careful you don't hit the vertebrae. That's the only thing you want to be careful of. He's got a lot of muscle there, so you don't feel it as much, but you want to be careful.
How is the pressure, brother?
Okay.
Okay.
Very nice. When you're doing this, fellas, remember you're feeling for the muscle.
The pressure is okay?
Stiffer and more trouble than this side. So you feel. Remember, what are these things called? Eyes. These are eyes. And these are feeling eyes. So you're feeling everything. You're feeling down here. You're feeling in the shoulder. Feeling both.
Doing some compression. What? How did I do? I was doing that, compression. Slowly. So all of the ladies who are working on that table, I think you already saw this yesterday, no? You got all that. So you can be working, no? Ah. But I think you already got that, no? Dr. Daniel taught you. Okay. So when we're again going to do the same techniques of myofascial release on the back. So we can use, again, our thumbs or our fingers, or we can use our arms. That one, we're not doing that one right now. We're not doing the tip movement. We're doing myofascial release. So we're going to try using our arm. Now, if you think about the back, this part is broad and flat. Here, you'll get some bones. So we're going to go like this, and slowly, we're going to turn and go sideways when we get to here, okay? How is the pressure, brother? Pressure is okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, what is your pain level right now? 5? Okay.
You're going real slow. You've got a lot of muscle, so you're going
Yesterday, he was doing like this. When he came to the bone, no? He brought the hands like that. Because he told us not to touch here.
No, he doesn't bring on the bone right here. He goes like this side, no, around it.
Then he told us to cross here and put the hand here and put it. Yesterday,
Sister, we have to stretch our hand like this, and we have to go like this. Yesterday, doctor said no, like this. We have to go, and when it gets halfway, then we have to turn like this.
Like this one.
The first just like this. From here, like that he taught us.
Let him show.
Okay.
Please call him.
Like that he taught us. That's what we are asking. Like this, then turning, then going.
Like that one.
Yeah. Then here bone come now. We have
That's
to this.
same thing I was doing, just in reverse, no?
Yeah. That's what we are asking. Like, we have to do like this or what? Like that I'm asking.
You can do it more than one way. You can do it many different ways. So you can do it with your arm, you can do it with your hand, but the principle is still the same. You're giving the broad pressure here, you're narrowing here so you don't put pressure on the bone, and then again you're coming out this way. No. So, you know, I can use my fingers like this and do the same thing, no?
Okay.
But
The
this,
same procedure with your fingers.
there's more than one tool you can use for accomplishing this task. However, because your hands may not be strong and used to this, it may be easier to do with your arm, and that's why Dr. Daniel and I decided to use that method, no? Not necessarily. For my fingers, I'm used to this. I can feel better exactly what the tissue is doing. I can feel if it is releasing or not. How is the pressure there, brother? Okay. Okay.
How do you do to the legs, eh? Like that you do.
Same kind of thing. We're just doing different ways in different places, but we're doing the same principle.
Instead of doing like this, using this way, we can do like this.
But using the arm is going to be easier because your hands are not used to this. And they're not as strong as my hands are because you haven't been doing it for a long time, no. And your hands will get tired. So that's why we decided using the arm is better, no. So I'm going to go around and do from the opposite side, no. How is the pressure, brother? On a scale of 1 to 10, how is that pain right there? Very good? Okay. Okay, so who would like to try doing this? You ready to try, sister? Okay. Please go ahead. I don't think you'll need any extra oil right now. So go ahead. So you want to try with the arm, no?
Yes. Before we were ready, before learning, no, this one elbow release, that is different, no? We'll go like this and but this one will go front only.
You can go either direction, but you may be, I don't know what, I never heard of the technique exactly called elbow release.
No, I forgot what is that.
So the technique is called myofascial release, but you can use the elbow, you can use the hand, you can use the arm. There's different ways to do it, no? So I showed doing it this direction, but it may be easier for you to do it this direction, no?
Yes.
So they were saying Dr. Daniel was doing this way, so we'll do it this way, no problem, no?
So left side, left hand, right side, right hand.
Yes, because that's the easiest for you. If you're doing crosswise on this one, it won't be easy. Some things it's easier to cross, but for this one, same side.
Like this, we can do this side also, no? If you want. When you do it like this, no, you bend. The same, what you did this side, we can do the same thing also here this side. No, that is easy for us, no? You stop doing like this.
No, it's not easy. Means it's easy, but it's not easy because your hands will be tired soon. Your thumb and all, it's not used to that pressure. Your hand will get tired soon. That's why we are learning the arm. No. Okay. So if you want, one can try this side, one can try that side. But I think with the arm, first you try one by one.
Arm.
Yeah. And also, while you are doing here, Janash, I'm going to go ahead and drape your legs so that two ladies can also practice on the leg. That way, you'll get a full body massage in one time.
Like here, kidney is here. No? Can we start from here?
We can. We are not putting tapotment, no? That pressure. No. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. Remember, I studied this one.
Okay, when you say okay.
But hacking and all.
Yeah, that tapotment is what we don't want to do over the kidneys. No, that vibration, it can damage.
Can do here this side.
Yes. Do. Please do. At the same time, he'll think you're going to pick him up. No?
Today I cut my nail.
Very good. Okay. Yes. You can a little bit short up. See, Dr. Daniel likes this to be very secure. That way they know they're not showing off anywhere. Okay. And you can keep even your knee under here if necessary.
Pardon?
You can do even like this.
Like this. Okay. This will be easy, no?
If you are able to get your leg, it will make that support for the foot also. Yeah. I was just doing a little stretch while I was doing it.
Good. I haven't shown him how to do any of that.
It's amazing. This is one of the myofascial techniques that I use more than anything else. Just this kind of a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, we haven't shown him. That's a great move. I haven't shown you how to do stretch.
And you can see slowly my hands are starting to move. At first they're not moving at all.
direction.
In opposite
So now
direction.
why don't you have this down?
Why don't I have it down? Because my hands are slow. There's too much oil.
Oh, too much.
You can do it on a bare back, but if there's too much oil, then it will flip.
I will have a little face cloth, and I'll just kind of go over the back.
Yeah, that will work.
That's what I do. I always carry a face cloth with me, a little square, and if I have too much oil and I want some up, I just wipe it off.
Why you didn't do
I make everything work. You know,
That's what he just asked me, and it's because it works on the bare body only if there's not much oil.
till the end it has to go.
Yeah, it's a long stretch. It usually goes like 60 to 90 seconds. But it depends on the patient.
You are not doing on the body, no, ma. You are doing on the blanket. Pressure will be okay.
Pressure is okay. It's not the pressure. It's just the thing. How is the pressure for you, brother? Okay. So what I'm feeling is, based on how it went, I could probably do that again quite easily, but we won't delay because Dr. Daniel needs to do his work. No. So I will show you more of that again later. Dr. Daniel, when you're ready, we're ready for you. So you can take it down.
Give to him, huh? Doctor.
And Rebecca, I want to start.
You have to put on it. You should go ahead.
Okay. Mrs. Kumar has sciatica. Okay? She has a lot of pain. I don't actually need this down. That's fine. I find the spot where the indentation, you have one cheek, you have the other cheek. You have one gluteus maximus, you have the other gluteus maximus. So I find the center. I don't go down, way down, right? That's immoral and illegal. So I just find the spot right here. The anus is down here somewhere. And now I'm ready to go. I know, here's the side. If Mrs. Kumar has sciatica on this side, I do not work. I don't go around on that side and work because I never put my hands down like this. This is immoral, illegal, okay? It's against massage therapy protocol. You know, protocol is the do's and don'ts of massage. So she has it on this side, right? So where's the nerve? You look at your picture, the nerve goes right down the center and right down here and all the way down the leg. And she's saying, oh, I have such pain and I can hardly walk, and she's limping and she's having a terrible time. So what do? I get her, Mrs. Kumar, and I remember this is flat and this is up on my legs, however you want to look at it. I'm using this part of my heel, okay? I'm using this part. So I'm going up and down here. It's perfectly acceptable to go down here on Mrs. Kumar because I can do that with my heel, but I cannot put my fingers down there. That is wrong to do. So I'm down here, and then I come up, and you don't want to, this is like moving all the time, so it's kind of a hassle. So I'm down here, and I'm like this. And when I come over in the middle, I'm flat. Okay? And I always do this kind of an action. This is not a muscle problem. This is a nerve problem. So am I worried about digging deep in? No, I do that and she'll go, ow, 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 ow. It'll be way too much. You don't do that because it's the muscle, the piriformis down here is cutting off the circulation, but you've got to get the whole thing to relax. How do you do it? Not with deep muscle. You know, I'm not jamming, you know, bones down in there. So you're flat right up in here, okay? And you can go down here and you're...
Pressure is over. When you do like this, what's the pressure? We can pressure nicely.
Okay? I'm not much. It's very light, okay? It's very light. Maybe I have 5 or 10 pounds, you know? A little hard for me to say. I'd have to put my hand on your bottom and try it. What's that? Yeah, this is a whole different game. I'm pushing down. You can see I'm pushing down a little bit, but that's different than pushing really into the muscle. You can see the muscle move, but you have some flexibility here, okay? When you're lying down or you're standing up, you put your hand on your bottom, it pushes in real easy. It's not like, you know, like you push on this muscle, it doesn't matter what I'm doing, you can't get in here, it's too tough, it's too rough. So when I'm pushing here, you can see how it gives way. Well, that's about all I'm doing. I'm just very light, and then I'm light here, and then when I get over here, I rear up on my horse heels, and I come down, on the side of the leg here, and I'm all around here, okay? And I'm up here, and I'm up here, and then when I get over here, I'm flat in here. And remember what I told the guys I forgot to tell all of you. You might work on the back for a half hour. When I worked on John and he had edema, lymphatic drainage, I worked on each leg for half an hour. If you worked on this for a half an hour, I learned a hard lesson. Mrs. Kumar, how is it feeling? Oh, it's feeling so much better. About 20 minutes later, she said, it's starting to hurt. Uh-oh, I just blew it. You don't do this for 20, 25, 30 minutes. Why? It's not a real muscle problem. It's a nerve pinch problem. And so the nerve, I used the word and they didn't know what it was. Exacerbate. How do you explain exacerbate?
You make it worse.
Exacerbate is...
Irritate.
You irritate it, you know the word irritate, and you make it worse. So if you're going to make it worse, you didn't gain anything. So Mrs. Kumar, when she had it and I worked on her, she said, oh, it feels good. I said, how are we doing? She said, it's starting to hurt. I stopped, The next time I worked on her next week, I worked on her shorter period of time. She got up, all healed, all better. 2 treatments. Sometimes it takes 3. How do you know when it's going to take 3? When Mrs. Kumar she's big. It's going to take you longer. And you're going to have to press down a little more. Why? Because Mrs. Kumar is this wide. Yeah, she's a big lady. She has a lot of fat. And you have more to work with. You're going to have to push down harder. I didn't say that to the others, but that's the key. I don't have any fat. You know, I don't have any fat back on my bottom. If I have fat, it's like 1%. I just don't have any. So the whole idea is this is not a half an hour. She's got sciatica and you need to fix it. Then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to come like this. I'm going to do this kind of a thing, and I'm up and down, right? And I'm making it feel good. I'm doing some effleurage. I'm doing a little bit of this here, little twisting like we do on the arms and on the back, right? Okay, little twisting. And I want this to relax. I want this to relax. I'm relaxing. I'm going over the top, coming up on the side. Notice how I'm not going like this. You know, I'm not pushing deep in here. I'm relaxing the muscle. I'm using my whole hand and squeezing, and I'm getting it to work, okay? So you can't just work here. You work the whole leg. But this is all just kind of relaxing. We're not trying to work the muscle. This is not the game. The game is not, the muscle problem isn't here. It starts right here. And so this is where you focus your time. And then down here is just the extra, okay?